Bum, 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 bum. Live. Let's see. There's NJ. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you. It's been a minute, eh, guys? I knew you'd be the first guy on here, brother. Yes, 1020 tonight, man. It's awesome. It's awesome. Glad to see you made it in, man. First guy on the game. I like it. I like it. Figure I'll let a couple of other people get in here and see what we can do tonight. Do a little quick talking, give you guys a little bit of a where I've been and what's been going on. I've been pretty busy the last few days, no doubt about it, man. Well, last month or two. So just trying to keep it going and keeping up with everybody here. We just got done with a nice little family game in the house with the kids, and it was pretty good, man. It was great. Yeah, I made it, man. So I just laid back, and it just finally started picking up. Of course, YouTube took the monetization away, but they're reviewing it now, so I'll have it back anytime soon. I'm looking for Derek to pop on here. He's up in Philly right now, and he said he'll be up. Hey, what's up, Aaron? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you back. I never went anywhere. I just been so busy. I just couldn't get on here and do anything. I have been just, oh my God. You know, getting ready to make that move across the country has been an enormous amount of work. Getting my houses ready to sell, getting my businesses ready to sell. It's just been a lot. I'm doing remodeling on one of my houses that my daughter currently lives in. And we just had to finally move the kids out of there. I think last Thursday, they're now living in our home. So we have 5 extra guests in our house and a 6th on the way because my daughter, of course, is pregnant with another grandchild. So, yeah, we've been busy, man. We've been busy. See, NJ's up. I am moving to the Northwest, up by, say, Spokane, Washington, Seattle, Washington area. NJ, I finally started posting videos. Just takes me forever to edit them. I have 1 year's worth. Nice, nice. You want to make sure those videos aren't gonna run out of have an expiration date. You know, shooting videos that far in advance is awesome because you have that to fall back on, and then you learn how to do all that editing, and that really helps you along the way. You know, I did some research on YouTube, of course, before I started 1.5 years ago, and I'm right where I'm at. I'm right where I'm supposed to be, basically, with everything that was ever said about YouTube out there. But one of the things they told me was, you know, be careful about putting too much stuff out and letting it get old or expired. So I watched your video, the one, actually 2 of them, I believe. And that was really cool. I made some comments on there. I haven't even got to watch YouTube, guys, in a long time. I've been so busy, so busy. Hey, Mondo, what's up? Good to see you. Glad you made it. That final 3K solar generator. Hey, man, let me tell you guys something. I have not stopped doing any of this stuff. I just had to take a small hiatus to work to get this big company up and running and where it needs to be. And that is in the Northwest where I'm moving. Nothing has stopped on my end. I've been sourcing parts. I have been still having things made. And when you see that 3,000 watt generator, you are just going to love it. It's incredible. It's powerful. I do have some videos coming up on that. Derek's working with me on those. He'll be doing the editing up in Philly. So Derek has to pull everything off of my cloud, get it up there, download it, edit it, send everything back up to my cloud. Then I have to go ahead and proof it all and then send it out. And you're going to start seeing some nice flare back to our videos. And coming up, you know, just some more fun or non-stale. It's, my videos are pretty stale from time to time just because sometimes it's just stale, but we're trying to add some more flavor into it to make it a little more watch worthy, so to speak. I'm excited about making 1,000 subs, man. Just hit it. I think it was Thursday night or Friday morning. We hit 1,000 subs, and my watch time's up. I've got like 110,000 unique views. I'm up 280, 290 subs for the last month. We're up 72,000 minutes of watch time. So I'm a little confused about all the YouTube statistics and why they, I understand why they did the whole 1,000 sub thing and the 400 minutes watch time thing for most people. And I get that. But some of us, we had videos that were, doing 20, 30,000 hits, and were very good educational videos, and people loved them. And so, it's hard to go through and watch everybody's channel and check everybody's channel at once. So they just did that cutoff thing. They canceled us all out. And then one by one, as we get to that 1,000 mark, they'll put us back on. And it's a funny thing because they're holding a check of mine, and it's a small check. They're always small. Google checks are always small. But they're holding a small check of mine. And I've tried to get them to send it to me, but for some reason, the tax documents that I'm sending them, they keep rejecting them. I don't know why, but they paid me once, and then everything I keep submitting for my W-9, they keep saying it doesn't match up with the IRS. So I don't know. Anyways, not a big deal. I'm not in it for the money here at YouTube. It helps. It's nice. But believe me, what I get from Google so far, I can't even take my family out to a dinner at, McDonald's or Outback, really realistically. Anyways, guys, man, where have I been? Don't think I've had a video on for about a month. What have I been doing? I have been working my butt off getting ready to move. I've been working my butt off getting this business off the ground while getting ready to move, while renovating houses, while dealing with my other companies. And I'll tell you, man, my entrepreneurship has just been like, crazy. I mean, we're talking crazy. It's been a very busy month here in Florida. It's getting hotter. I've got one of the houses that I'm remodeling now, my daughter's house. It's an older house I bought back in 2009, and it was built in 1978. It's the oldest house I own. And every single time I do one little thing, I have to do 10 more things. And so now we've gone from just what I like to call putting some earrings on the pig and flipping the house, has turned into pretty much a complete and utter renovation of everything. I have bathroom walls out. I was just going to replace some tile. I have ceiling out. I have wiring to do. It has been a nightmare. Some of the things that I've seen done in this house is just scary. And the fact that my own children and my grandchildren lived in this house was scary, to say the least. So we're fixing all that. And this goes back to some of the stuff I said in the past. And I know I'm just rambling here, guys. But you get what you pay for, I thought. And, kind of going back a minute, I paid 3 electricians to go into this particular house because it was an older house. All 3 of them made devastating, catastrophic decisions while up in my house doing wiring in the attic. And I say that it's due to Florida climate. It's so hot here and you get in an attic, nobody wants to be up there. But I have found wires that are just wire netted laying up in my attic. I have found hot wires. I mean, hot wires not wired to anything, just laying in the insulation. So I've got about a 2,900 square foot house, 5-bedroom, that I've been going through and fixing everything. Every single time I go to do something, there's another hole in the wall, and then there's another dangling wire that has wire nuts inside the wall. Totally illegal, totally against code. It was then, and it is now. So like I said, this was going to be just a simple dress it up, paint it up, make it a little bit nicer and sell it. Well, after I started doing all that, now I've ripped out the entire tile floor throughout the whole house, all the carpets through the entire house, all the bathrooms are gone. Like I said, some of the ceiling has come down. We've removed some of the drywall in the ceiling. Had some issues from Hurricane Irma. We're fixing that. Upon doing that, we found problems with the air conditioning. Upon finding problems with the air conditioning, we found problems with the wiring. And man, it just goes and goes and goes. Anyways, that's where I've been, boys and girls. That's what I've been doing. I'm still plugging along, trying to take care of all of you guys. I'm trying to get all this other stuff off my chest, out of my way, so we can all move forward amicably on this whole renewable energy thing. I need to give this 100% of my attention because I am getting rid of all other companies that I own. I'm selling everything, and this is where I'm putting my future in the renewable energy, the solar generators, solar in general, and all things basically electric or hybrid. So that's a big world. It's not just one little thing. It's not just solar panels. It's not just inverters. It's not just solar generators. It's everything. I'm going into, the electric bike world, the electric boat world. I'm going to the electric entertainment world. I'm going into skateboards. I mean, if it's electric, if it's safe, if it makes sense, I'm going to be doing that. And my goal is to do this around the world and to have one, in every city and every shopping mall. So the general public can get in, get a feel, get to touch it, get to see it, get to see how incredible this product is, and get to use it and enjoy it. And I love doing this stuff. I love dealing with you guys. I love making these things. And, some of the other manufacturers that I have to work with have been doing me excellent deals on everything. Our boxes are finally done. Our prototypes have been turned into an actual manufacturer product now, and those are coming up. You guys are going to see those finally, Aaron. And you're gonna be loving what's coming up. I promise you guys. So I wanted to get on tonight and get a live video out here to let you guys know what's going on, where I've been, and how we all got here, man, to 1,000 subs. A lot of you guys have been really helping me along. You've been pushing hard for me, and I don't know why, but I appreciate it. We were strangers at one point in time. Now I feel like through phone calls, emails, texts with some of you, I kind of know some of you, your family, your kids, your wishes, your dreams. And so I'm just excited, man, for us all to move forward together while we do this thing and help each other out. You guys get these things that you need. I help you get them. You help me get the things I need. I'm hoping that one day I get to meet all you guys. And with that being said, here really soon, I'm going to start doing some traveling around the country. I'm going to be in New York. I'm going to be in California. I'm going to be in Washington. I'm going to be in Texas. I'll be back in Florida. I'll be in Philly. So Derek, I'm going to be up your way soon. A couple more pops into California, Nevada, obviously Vegas. So here really soon, you're going to start seeing me at a lot of the shows. You're going to start seeing me at a lot of the YouTube conventions and things like that, as well as the trade shows and CES, for instance, in Vegas, showing these products that I'll be selling and that we've created. So yeah, man, this is going to be awesome. Guys, I've been promising some giveaways, and I'm giving all that stuff away as promised in the earlier videos. And I think my first official video my first official prize, we had something coming up at 1,000 subscribers, and it was, if memory serves, it was the RAV-Power USB. So I've got that I'm giving away. I've also got another power supply that I mentioned in an earlier video that I'm going to be giving away. So it's been so long since I got on here in the last month, so I'm going to do a couple of these things right now, but this one's definitely going to be given away. This is the Anchor USB power supply, and this is that 20,100. And no, it's not upside down. It's just in the back of the box. It's upside down. This is the Anchor Power Core 20,100 milliamp hour portable charger, portable power supply. This is an awesome little deal. Brand new in the box, unwrapped. I'm going to be giving that away to one of you guys right here tonight. And let me go grab the RAV-Power that I promised at 1,000. Is this the one that I promised at 1,000 subs? Is this the one here? Somebody shout out and let me know. There's only 3 or 4 of us in here right now. And I don't even see Derek on here. I got to see where Derek's at. Yeah, that's the one. That's right. That's the one. That's the one. Okay. So this is the big boy 27,000 milliamp hour RAV-Power. Pimp Daddy USB-C with the 120 volt inverter in it that I'm giving away because we have in fact reached 1,000 subs. Now, everybody, let's see if we can put this back here where we can get it on screen. I don't know. I'll keep that up there in the line and see if you guys can see that. Nope, I'm going to block it. Let's go like that. I'm using my computer camera, so here's what it is. All right. I'm going to go back and read some of your guys' comments and see what you're saying. I wish we could talk like, you know, video conference at the same time. It would be awesome. Mondo, how are you looking forward to seeing that final 3K? Okay, I got that one on you, Mondo. Yes, that's coming up, man. You're going to love that. You're not missing too much here, NJ says. Joe, man, thanks for coming in. Love to see you here every time, brother. You are like my #1 supporter, dude. I got to say that. You are. So, yeah. Got 8 or 9 now. That's your videos. I see you. Seattle, yeah, or close to. Yeah, dude, I told you when I get up there, we're going to hook up. When I get up to Washington, we'll be seeing each other, man. Okay, and then Aaron, get into my vehicle from you. Yeah, Aaron, you and I are gonna be talking for sure. Guys, I'm doing my best to get to the emails. I just have so many email accounts and I'm so many things going on prior to this YouTube business and the solar business, and so I'm just trying to deal with everything. And I've got a couple deals going now with I'm selling some businesses and some houses and things, and making this big cross-country move with my entire family, my wife, my daughter, my grandkids, my son-in-law. So I've just been very, very busy, and I'm trying to stay in touch with a lot of you. You know, you guys have been getting my emails, I'm sure. If you've been sending them, I've been sending them back. I can't get to some of them as fast as you need me to, and I apologize for that, but I'll do my best to try to stay on top of it. As I was saying, with all this building stuff going on, I just can't trust these contractors, man. They've done such horrendous work that I can only trust myself now to do a lot of the things. And most of these things I can do. It's legal for me to do here by code, so it's not an issue. And the stuff that I can't, or I have to bring in a contractor because they won't let me, I'll be very selective and I'll be right on top of them. I will not trust them to do the work like I have in the past. It's just, I can't do it. It's too dangerous. So this is all going to start wrapping up on the house remodel in about a week or two. And then hopefully my houses will all sell rather quickly, I'm hoping. And then I'll be making that move right after that. I'm still looking at June, July. Anyways, so that's where I've been. And, that's how I got here, man. It's been a busy couple of months. Anyways, I want to say this right now. I want to be giving some stuff away. I've only got a few guys online right now, and you know what? It's great because the guys that I need to be here are here. So that being the coolest thing. And I knew it was a little late when I started this live stream, and I'm not going to be on very long. NJ, can I come? Where do you want to come to, NJ? And Aaron, yes, man, I'll be in New York. I'll be in Manhattan when I come up to New York. But I don't have a problem renting a car and driving around. I do drive around there a little bit, and I go farther upstate, or I could even get into, like I said, going into Philly and stuff like that too. So, yeah, that is the one. looks like. NJ, all over the United States, laugh out loud. Yeah. Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. It's not all it's cracked up to be, man. I've done it a few times in my life and done a lot of that. And don't get me wrong, it's a good time and it's fun. It's what you make of it. But most of the time when I'm traveling, like what I just was talking about is all business. And so there's, I do have fun. Don't get me wrong. But nobody's paying the way. I have to pay the way. Well, my companies pay the way. But still, it's still my money at the end of the day. So I'll love it when somebody else finally starts paying me. Okay, we got iHeart Chew. Your studio is awesome, man. Good videos. Thank you, iHeart. I appreciate that. If we could meet up somewhere in upstate New York, it would be really cool. Yeah, we could do that for sure, man. Absolutely. If your schedule is in tact with mine, we can definitely do that. Where are you at, Aaron? I can't remember. Because if you're too far upstate, I'd probably just rent a plane and then fly myself up there or something if you got a small airstrip around you. Western New York, near Rochester. Okay. So how far is that from Manhattan? Okay. Yeah, because I could just rent a plane and fly right in there. Yeah, I'd have to fly that for sure, man. That's too far for me to drive in. I won't have the time. Unless I was going there automatically for something, on the business, then it wouldn't be an issue. But generally when I go to places that far, I can just go and rent a plane pretty cheap and buzz up somewhere. And I hear Rochester's pretty cool anyway. So yeah, let's put that on our calendar, man, when I'm up there, and I'll let you know when I'm going to be so we can, look at hooking up and meeting each other and stuff. Maybe go out and have some lunch or dinner or drinks or something. All right. So NJ, I want to say, boom, that's yours, brother. You've won this hands down. Nobody can argue that fact. This is yours. You have been with me. You have shared me. You have liked me. You have subbed me. You have done a lot, man, to help me get going. You have talked with me. You've given me ideas. And you yourself, you don't even have a big YouTube channel, man. You're just a straight up individual. You're a good guy. You took time to not just try to take from me, but actually give something back. And that's the kind of guy that I like. That's the kind of people that I'm looking for to be around me in my circle. You seem like a very genuine individual. You work hard. You try your best with what you have. And you're smart, man. I mean, I watched your videos. You know what's going on, and that's a good thing. And you got kids, and you seem to be an appropriate person around them. So it's all good, man. It's all good. And I think of all the people that I've talked to, all the people that have commented, all the people that have shared, liked, and subscribed. You've been there from the beginning. Well, not the very beginning, but you've been there, and you've been the most supportive dude to get me to this 1,000 subs. So for you, bro, this one's yours. So I need you to get me over your mailing information again, and I'll get this out to you right away. This thing will go out to you tomorrow if I get your information tonight, and you'll have it in no time. We're going to ship this to you USPS priority mail. No P.O. boxes, but hey, that's yours, brother. So Joe, thank you and congratulations. And if you guys would like, I will open it up and I will show it to you. One more time before it goes. And let me rephrase that, Joe. Actually, bro, you can't have this one. Remember, this one's mine. You're getting a brand new one, never been opened, never been touched, never been used. That's how I do it here. I don't give away all these things that I have. So I'm keeping this. I want it. So here we go. This is Rav Power's 27,000 milliamp hour power supply with built-in inverter, USB-C. It's got the 2.0 Connect on it, I think it was called. Phenomenal little power supply. And they call it the iSmart, It's got a great case. Nice little case. Velcro's in here. Come on, baby. This is going to fight me the whole way, isn't it? I'm giving away more stuff, so stay tuned. So there we go. There it is. Try to get that on my camera there. I'm just using my webcam, guys, so I don't know how this is coming through to you. I hope it's good. Thought I had it focused there for a second. Could it come back a little bit? Well, we had it there for a minute. Well, anyway, it says RAV power right there. There's the iSmart. Let's turn this thing on. If I remember right, we got a power button over here on the side, and we've got the iSmart USB outputs, the Type C, the USB-C output, which is awesome. And let's fire up, see what we get. We got the blue lights up on the front. She's not fully charged. But this is the kicker, man. Then, Jay, this is what you need right here, buddy. You need this 120-volt inverter right here, man. Boom. There you go. So you're going to be able to take this out and do what you need to do. Have your power on the go. It's going to charge anything and everything you need. Run your laptop, run a small TV, run a number of different things. Once again, everybody, I do not work for, nor do I endorse, or am I affiliated with any way, shape, or form with RAV Power. I just love their products. I buy them, and I want to give them away. So I like them that much. I believe in them that much that I give these away. And if memory serves, NJ, do you remember what I paid for this thing? Because my memory does not serve right now. I think it was like, I want to say this was like $149 or $249. I cannot remember, bro. I'm going to read back some of your guys' comments here because it kind of started to go really fast. Yeah, oh, yeah, still smaller strip there. Okay, about 6 hours. Okay, sounds good. All right, party on Jones Beach. Nice, Jones Beach. I love it. Freaking rock. All right, Joe, you got me there. Very cool. Speechless. Very cool. Laugh out loud right on. I was like, no, don't open Joe's sweet gift. Whoa, awesome. What is it? What is it again? This is the RAV Power 27,000 milliamp hour USB-C power supply. And this thing rocks. USB-C right here. 2 more USB iSmart outputs here. Your power button. And 120 volt built-in inverter to power anything 120 volt. Under, I believe, so many amps and a couple hundred watts. Matter of fact, $100 max, 85 watt rated on this unit right here. Yeah, that Caterpillar light's awesome, dude. I use them every day, man. On this build that we're doing on this remodel, I've been using it every single day. I'm going to have to give one of those away. I'm going to definitely have to get one of those, give one of those away. Yeah, 149 bucks, I think is what it was. All right, so there's that. It comes with your power supply. It's got your case, dude. And it's got all the cords in there. It comes with USB-C cords, the 9. So I will send you one tomorrow nonetheless. I'll get one on Amazon. I'll get it shipped right over to you, bro. So it might not be like but a day or two to take, you know. I'll prime it to you. You should get it in like 2 days. Let's put this thing back. Let's go for round number 2. All right. Now, this one isn't as big as the other one, but nonetheless, this is still a nice, and this one I am giving away, this actual one. It's never been opened. I'm not going to open it now. And like I said, all the people that I needed to be here are here. And so to another gentleman that I have talked to, we've talked a couple of times on the phone. I think what you're doing with your van is great. I think what you're doing for your children is great. I think with what you're trying to accomplish with your portable power supply and your portable generator is like a lot of us want to do. And we just want to get out and enjoy our families, and we just want to get out and have some fun. And we want to have a little electricity when we get there. And that's pretty much the bottom line. So, Aaron, this one goes out to you. And for those of you guys who don't know who Aaron is, that's the kill shot that you see there on the screen. This is the little Anchor 20,100 milliamp hour USB power supply. So he's an awesome, nice little brick here again. Doesn't have the 20 or doesn't have the 120 volt deal on it, but I'm going to take care of you on that generator that we talked about. So just hang tight, bro. You stick with me. I promise you're going to get what you like. All right, so there's where the prizes are. I do have to shoot a video, I think, on these. This video will lay up on the channel anyway, talking about the free prizes, but I wanted to go live with giving those out anyways, and I'll be doing some more videos coming up. Guys, what do you guys want to see other than what I've already got? So I'll tell you what I've got coming out now. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of what I got coming out. We've got the 3000 finished that you're going to get to see in action, running air conditioners, running a ton of stuff. And that thing is a monster. I've got the 2000 watt in the Milwaukee box coming out. You know what? And I have all the Milwaukee boxes myself, the Milwaukee tools. And I'm using the Milwaukee right now, diamond plate faced. It's the small, skinnier box, similar to that very first rigid one I did. And I'm using that actually on my remodel. And it's so cool because I can plug in my speakers to it. I can plug in my battery chargers to it. I can charge all my batteries right from that unit for my portable power tools, you know, my Milwaukee and DeWalt tools. So I've got that unit that I'll show you in the Milwaukee Pack Out series. I've got the big 3000 in the rigid, and I also have the small 600 in the rigid. I've also built in between this time, I've messed around with some of the 18650 battery packs, as well as the LifePO4 headway cells that we talked about, and I showed you guys in the earlier video. So those are built and done and ready to go and show all of you. And let's see. I'm expecting things to start showing up any day. In one of my previous videos, I talked about all of our supplies that are coming over from China. I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is we have some stuff that's almost due in, but the majority of that stuff is already sold. Not a big deal. There's still plenty to go around on the first load here for everybody who's interested in solar panels, inverters, batteries, and so on. However, the other two shipping containers are completely sold. They are sold out. They still haven't even come close to getting here. They're probably still another 3 or 4 weeks out. There's been some stuff going on to get them here, but they are on the water. And our last video, they had not been on the water yet, but they are on the water. We are tracking them, but it's just taking time. And customs is a long process when you're doing shipping containers and so on and so forth. So all that stuff is coming. And so if you guys need any of that stuff, you let me know. And I think when we all get this said and done, when I reach 5,000 subscribers, I am going to give away a 1,000 watt low frequency portable generator with a 180 watt or 180 amp hour battery. So that is going to be awesome. And that's low frequency, man. So that's going to be running like some serious stuff. So if your power goes out, you'll be able to run a lot of stuff from that 1,000 watt unit. And remember, you're going to have that 3,000 watt surge. So that thing's going to rock as good as any good small, you know, reasonable gas power generator out there. And it's going to be reliable and safe and quiet. And, you know, you'll be able to run wind power into it. You'll be able to run solar power into it. When I get to 5,000 subs, I'm going to give that away. And I'm also going to give that away with an array of 2 big solar panels. So you will always have power no matter what. They'll fully charge those batteries quickly, and you'll be able to run your refrigerator, your TV, some lights, your internet, your tablet, your laptop, PC, what have you. So yeah, that'll be going. I think the stream froze for a minute. Are we there? Are we back? Round 2, somebody says. Aaron, no problem. You're welcome. I appreciate you. And we haven't got to talk again for a while, but we will. NJ, I would definitely show the power supply and an unboxing to use with the UM25C I just got. Nice. You know, Joe, I did see your emails. I sent some back out to you. You were asking about inverters. I apologize, buddy. I am so busy that I just couldn't take the time to sit. I didn't even see the emails, I don't think, till I think it was last night at like 2 or 3 in the morning. So I rushed through to see what I could do for you, help you out. Those panels are fine. Pretty much any panel that you can buy right now, if it's coming from China, if it's 100 watts and $100, they're dead on decent panels. You know, you're going to get your power out of them. There's very few bad panels out there. Are there bad panels? Absolutely. But there's very few bad panels out there. It's such an extreme business now that solar is solar. They either work or they don't. And they're either as efficient as they can be, or they're not efficient at all. So you can't go wrong. And I did look at the ones you sent. Those were decent panels, not a bad buy for your buck at $100. You know, it's same as like if you went to a place like Harbor Freight or Northern Tool or somewhere, you can get those 100 or 200 watt packs, but they're not worth it because you're overpaying for smaller wattage in a bigger panel, and you've got to buy 4 of them. And I recommend to people, don't even buy those things unless that's all you can get right then and there and you think you've got to have it right now. Otherwise, always go to a 100 watt panel minimum if you're doing full size panels. But my recommendation is stay away from 100 watt panels unless it's a smaller portable situation. If it's for your home or even your RV, you want to try to get over 200 watt panels. As high as the 320s, the 360s, the 380s. That's really, really key to get. It's just much more efficient, and you're going to get much more power, much faster. You can be able to run off of them and charge off them at the same time if you've got a couple of those panels. So I would definitely say stick with those. Hey, you got to start somewhere, Joe. Doesn't matter. You know, your power wall is good enough, and eventually you'll have one as big as the one I have in my house. So you'll be rocking. Aaron, I will definitely get in touch with you. Joe as well. Vegas Roy, how you doing? Glad to see you coming on in. Checking on your battery system. Is that the Tesla 6 module? Is that the 6 Tesla modules? Nice setup. Yes, Vegas Roy, I do have 6 of actually 12 of the Tesla modules in my home. And they're nice. They are the smart cars, but they are the Tesla modules, in fact. I do have the Tesla Model S ones, but those are going into other builds and actually are in other builds. So that's another video that I forgot to mention you guys are going to be seeing is the 6,000 watt portable unit. And I'm telling you, man, if you guys have liked the 600 watt and the 3,000 watt, when you see the 6,000 kW or the 6 kW inverter, this is a split phase and it's running off the Tesla Model S batteries. This thing is like, when this video comes out, it's phenomenal. I'm not going to go through the first videos and all the build up and hype. I'm just going to show you the unit working, operational, running, and you're going to freak out, man. This thing is like a Rolls Royce. It's the way it's been built and designed, and it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It looks like a little Zamboni, man, going down the road. It's awesome, and it literally goes down the road. So I can't wait to show you guys that one. Renogy 100 watts. Renogy 100 watt panels, Joe, are just fine. No problems at all. Renogy is an excellent company. You're fine. You know, yeah, Vegas Roy, Harbor Freight is junk. Yes. You know, Harbor Freight is great for some things, but their panels are not the best. They're not efficient at all. They don't put out near what they're supposed to. Harbor Freight buys a lot of stuff that would be considered lower line. However, I shop at Harbor Freight. I buy tools there. When I got a tool that I need that I don't have to use all the time that I would normally have to pay a lot of money for, I go to Harbor Freight and get it. And I got some Harbor Freight tools that have been around for years. And, you know, when I need them, they're there and they work. You got to be careful with Harbor Freight on some of the tools because they build them out of inferior metals. You know, instead of steel, they're made out of pot metal, things like that. So you got to be really careful. They break when they should bend, you know, and the old saying, you get what you pay for. So yes, Harbor Freight panels are not that good. Their inverters are okay at best. You know, but everybody has a price point. Everybody has a unit. We all live by units, and one guy's unit is different than the other guy's. So, you know, it's funny that, you know, one guy can, you know, he'll go get that Harbor Freight one, And maybe you or I, we might have that awesome 360 watt panel, and ours rocks, but then ours could die, and then his little Harbor Freight 50 watt unit, man, rocks for like 25 years. It's not giving him, much, but it does work. So it's kind of like the turtle in the hair, all that stuff. So, but yes, generally stick with a name brand that and you trust that's out there, and Renogy is definitely one of them. And they're making a killing in the solar market, man. They started early enough. They've got good customer service for the most part, at least when I've dealt with them. Because I have a stack of Renogy panels right over here. And I think I've put those in the videos. I have boxes of Renogy panels sitting right next to me. I'd love to turn my computer around because I do have them in the studio right there. They start. There you go. So, yeah. But there's a reason they're still in the box. So, those are testing panels and portable panels and that sort of a thing. Some say I can get a bigger one, but for now, it's just the learning process. That's right, Joe. That's right. Trying to stay on this chat here with you guys. I'm running 1800 Sioki Flex panels, 1200 on the roof of my trailer, 600 watts portable, 6,000 watts Leaf batteries. Nice, Vegas Roy, nice. I have some of the Sawakis here as well, but I'm doing something a little different with them. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's how I say it. And I do have the Flex panels as well. 1,200 on the roof of my trailer. Okay, so I'm running 1,800 Suwaki Flex panels, 1,200 on the roof of my trailer, 600 watts portable, 6,000 watts Leaf batteries. Okay. The Leaf batteries, those are awesome. They're affordable to a certain degree. I love the way that the Leaf batteries work, or how they're compacted in a different way other than the Tesla battery. The smaller modules and the way that the 4 screws go through them and hold them in place, and they're a little different packaging, which is really cool. I love the Tesla ones that I have in my home for the mounting. They're awesome. They're simple. They're easy. And now in my home, I have the 12 units, and they're in a NEMA 4 case. And I'll get you guys a video out because I promised to finish video of that. I do use them, and actually I use them a lot. A ton, actually. We use those batteries, and I just like the way they go in the case and they fit. They're big. It's a big power wall, but compared to anything else, it's fine. This guy, I don't normally do this, but it's just a few of us in here. We all kind of know each other pretty well, or some of us do. And I had this guy. You guys might have seen the post. He got on. And he made some comments about the Tesla batteries, and he was pretty belligerent in how I made an unsafe video when I was working with the Tesla Model S batteries, and I was turning on. I think it was the 12 kW inverter. That video I did here in the studio when I was just turning it on, I was using the wrong battery cables and stuff, and he just got really belligerent and stuff. And him and I had a few words, and then he responded again, and I just deleted the post. It's just like, I'm not going to deal with that kind of stuff when I've got somebody, and I know this gentleman in his channel, and he's very smart gentleman. But we're all in this together, in YouTube, and for a person from that perspective to come over in a public forum and say what he said about what I was doing, and he knew full well it was strictly a testing process on my bench while I was in front of it. But one of the things that got me the most is when he came back and he was telling me how unsafe the Tesla batteries were, and how he's tried for 2 years to make them work. And they were just too unstable, and they were like the unsafest battery out there. And I'm just thinking, You know, number one, I was dealing with lithium and LifePO4 batteries before Tesla was making them, as a matter of fact. And we all know that lithium batteries can be volatile. And we all know that they can be very dangerous if not handled properly. Um, but the last time that I checked, and I have in fact checked, is Tesla has pretty much the safest battery pack for the most part on the market. Not the safest, but one of the safest. And, there's really no safe way to deal with lithium unless you go into lithium iron phosphate. And that's the safest for the most part in the short version. And, anyways, the fact that he's worked with it for 2 years and can't work it out and can't figure it out, how they're temperamental, and he told me, yeah, the Tesla batteries were designed to distribute an extreme amount of current at once, and this is true. And in my earlier videos, I talk about the types of batteries they are and why I use the batteries that I do, and I prefer the high amperage batteries. And if you do the math in Ohm's law, and you actually know what you're doing and you understand these things, it doesn't matter if it's a Powerwall or a Tesla battery or a Panasonic battery or an LG battery or a Sony battery, or I don't care whose battery it is. I don't care if it's a Diehard, a Duracell. I don't care if it's a Deca battery, a Trojan battery, lead acid battery, AGM battery, gel cell battery, lithium iron phosphate, lithium iron cobalt, on and on and on and on. I don't care if it's carbon plates. I don't care if it's supercapacitors. All electricity is dangerous and volatile, period. There's no two ways about this. And if it's taken you 2 years to try to figure this out and try to figure out how to use these batteries, smart or not, you probably shouldn't be doing it anymore. And if you're going to come over and harp at me, when you knew full well the video that I put out was strictly a test video to turn on an inverter, I wasn't even powering anything. Remember, guys, that video when I put the Tesla Model S batteries on the 12 kW on the bench, turned it on, turned it off. That was it. Wanted to make sure it worked out of the box. So that's what this guy was harping on me about. Anyways, the batteries could be volatile. The batteries are designed to give off a lot of amperage, a lot of current quickly. Let's all think about that for just a second. Let's scratch our heads, and any of us that are doing this, some of you newbies and some of you guys that actually do know what's going on, that's exactly what we're trying to do. We are trying to, in fact, get a lot of power, current, energy from our battery cells at once. We're running these in a manner in which we are living with them. We are running high current. We are running high amperage. We are running high watt loads on these batteries. Now, like I said in my earlier videos, would you want to have a bunch of 1 or 2 or 3 amp discharge batteries in your Powerwall? Or would you like a bunch of 20 or 30 amp batteries in your Powerwall? When I say 10 or 20 or 5 amps, I mean by constant, continuous discharge rate. Myself, I want the highest possible discharge, continuous discharge rate that I can get, because that's going to protect me. The higher the discharge rate, the lower the volatility and the lower the risk when I'm drawing that current, as long as they're ran in series the right way to create the right amp load for the load that is required. And as long as there's enough of them, then you're fine. But some people don't understand that, I guess. And some people, just don't get it. And he was talking about how it's going to be a 5,000 degree fire when those things blow up. And look, I took a 25 volt battery from a Tesla car and I turned on an inverter. No big deal. With some number 6 gauge battery cables. I think we turned it on for a few minutes. No load, no power, no nothing. Anyways, so I just deleted that post. And anybody who does things like that on my channel, I just delete the post. If I can't talk to them in an open forum, in a rational mind, I just don't have time for it. I'm going back to the comments over here. Your wall is one of the coolest. Thank you. I appreciate that, Joe. Vegas Troy, I'm running 18. Okay, read that one. Killshot, I was contacted by a company that is forming a community solar garden to allow people to buy energy from them in place of using NYSUG for power, but they wanted too much personal information to sign up. You know, Aaron, that's going on with a lot of places. We're seeing that a lot in Florida right now. First, Florida Power and Light wanted it out of here. They wanted nothing to do with solar. They wanted to outlaw it here. And we're still having trouble in Florida for solar. You wouldn't believe the bull we have to go through to get solar here legally. It's getting better. But now the Florida Power and Light is getting on board with it. Now they're putting actual solar farms in places like we have a big college campus called Ave Maria that's quite a ways away from me here in Florida, many miles. But they have this big campus, and all their carports are made of solar panels and stuff, and it's really cool. But this is how the big guy gets you. You know, the big guy gets you with all these cool little deals, but they're still charging for that power. It's not free. You know, it's still the same game, and now the power companies all want to put solar on all of our houses. They want to give it to us, have us pay some money to get it, but they're still going to charge us that power bill. It's never going to go away. Oh, by the way, when the power goes out, you still don't have any power, you know? So unless you spend a bunch more money to be grid tied with the battery bank and being AC coupled. So that's what I am. So I'm AC coupled. And so if my power goes out, my batteries take over. Car can be volatile. I'm assuming, Joe, you meant car battery can be volatile. Any battery can be volatile, if that's what you meant. Walking can be volatile. That's right. 18650s are safe as you make them. That is correct. You were just testing them. I was, in fact, just testing those batteries. We connected them really quickly, positive to negative, turned on an inverter, and that was the end game. And this guy went all crazy on me. I mean, it was pretty hardcore. First video I saw. Okay, good. Yes, Aaron, when it comes to batteries, bigger is better and more power is better. That is correct. In the manner in which I'm using them and anybody's using them, the more battery you have, the less, in general, the more battery you have, the less dangerous they are, or they can be, as long as you're way underrating your usage of your load. My house, you guys seen it, my home with a 4-ton air conditioning system, another air conditioning system, a mini split in the studio, all these things on, running a ton of amperage power and current, wasn't even touching the 6 Tesla batteries that I had connected to the wall. Bus bars weren't even warm. Wires weren't even warm. I didn't even bother bringing out the infrared. It was pointless there. It just was so flawlessly perfect as far as the temperature was concerned. And that wall's came an extreme long way since then. And so, yeah, that's how people get sometimes. Aaron, I think I have your information. I'm pretty sure I do. But can you do me a favor, man, and shoot me another email to my email? Send it over to west@techguy.com so I can get your address once again quicker and faster to get this out to you. Same with you, Joe. I know I have your email, I know I have your address, but shoot me an email. You've probably already done that. You're so good at getting back to me. That way I can get that out to you. That's right. Bigger the bank, less strain on the cell. Exactly. We all know that. Yeah. But remember, this guy, and I don't want to mention this guy's name because I don't like to do that stuff, but he is an avid YouTuber. He has a big YouTube channel. He has a ton of videos, a couple hundred videos. He has no subscribers, but he has a lot of videos. And all of his videos are about power and energy and stuff. And, but I've seen them and I kind of thought they were, the man is smart. Okay. The man is smart. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing. And that's what I kind of thought when he did what he did. It just wasn't copacetic. It was wrong on so many levels. It wasn't even funny. But anyways, you sent your address. Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, you're welcome, Joe. You deserve this, buddy. You truly do. All that you did for me and the web and West That Tech Guy and YouTube and, putting me on your social media and all the shares you did. That was awesome. And guys, you know, when I say like, share, subscribe, I can see all that stuff. If you do it the way that you're supposed to do it through the system with the sharing and all the social media, you know, it lets me know that you've actually done that. So I can do that. I've got people that come up and they make a comment or they subscribe and then they unsubscribe, or they say they shared and they didn't. You know, and I just shine that stuff on, like, you know, like we all do. So, you know, we do see these things and we do know these things are happening or not happening. So I appreciate all of you that have taken the effort to help me get to 1,000 subscribers. And I got to tell you, man, you know, I am stoked. I truly am. I mean, I'm not just stoked that I'm at 1,000 subscribers because I knew I would get there eventually. I'm stoked at how it happened, as fast as it happened and the way it happened. I'm stoked because my formula that I put together worked. And I'm stoked that, you know, the guys that are on YouTube talking about this aren't BSing us. They're being very honest. They're straightforward. And so for any of you, Joe, I'm telling you now, you're starting YouTube. It's 2 years. It takes 2 years. Me, I'm in a year 4, year 5 months right now, and I'm just at the 1,000 mark. YouTube keeps changing the rules, but you just don't stop. You got to stick with it, stay on top of it, and you will get there. And if all you want to do is create a little bit of revenue off of, you know, Google and YouTube, you can do that. But it takes 2 years. After 2 years, you start seeing a decent income if people like your videos. And you could, a lot of people could quit their day job and do YouTube full time. Me personally, not at 2 years from what I'm doing currently on YouTube. It could never pay my bills, but a lot of people's bills it can pay. Um, but I just have too much overhead, so it can't do that for me. But just stick with it. You know, you'll get it. I'm stoked. I mean, I'm a year 4, a year 5 months in, and everything that I was taught about YouTube is literally happening by the day at this point. It's growing significantly by itself every single month, as all of you have been watching and seeing, and it's going to continue to grow. I watch the stats. Matter of fact, I think I said earlier, we had 281 new subs in the last 28 days. And it was a couple hundred the month before that. So it's all started to happen. And it's not that necessarily a lot of people like me or whatever. It's just the way that time works and videos on YouTube work, and it takes time for everything to get around. And it's just like if you've got an auction on eBay, or, you know, if you put a short auction on eBay and you have something that's not the best, then it's not going to sell that well if it's a 3-day auction. But if you put it on for 30 days, that auction will generally always bring you a lot more money, because more people get time to see it over the course of 30 days. So this is kind of the same thing with YouTube. It takes 2 years to really get things going on YouTube and for it to kind of take care of itself. And of course, you've got to be proactive and keep uploading videos or be live, or, you know, do some playlist things and some other deals with the algorithm. And I'm definitely a lifer on YouTube. I'm not going anywhere. If I take a spell here, guys, from time to time, it's strictly because I'm busy working in the studio. I'm busy working in the shop. I'm busy with one of my other companies, but it'll always all come back here. And then, you know, one day, like I said, I have like 20 YouTube channels. You guys are going to get to see all of this craziness that I do every day in this life that I live, and how it comes out and on my everyday. And then you'll finally be able to say, damn, okay, now we get it. Now we get it. So, man, we've only got, we got 4 dudes in here, 5 people. Next year, called Genesis Project. Okay, Vegas Roy. I started up a solar power plant for FPL under next extra called Genesis Project. I'm gonna have to look into that, Roy. Shoot me an email, man. Let's talk. I like to hear things like that. So is that what you do? Or are you in the solar business? Because I know Vegas got nailed and they lost all their solar rights in Vegas as far as their incentives were concerned. Well, in Nevada in general, but you guys got them all back, or at least Nevada did. I don't know if that's just your name or if you actually live in Vegas, but Joe, personal. So you might, okay. Yeah, some of the YouTubers make extreme money doing nothing. And that was kind of, like I was talking, you're going to start seeing a change in the videos that I do and how I do them. I know I've been telling you guys this, but it's really happening. The beginning was getting it all set up, figuring out how to work everything. Then it was, let's figure out how the algorithm works and how to get ranked and so on and so forth. And we've mastered that. I say we a lot, but I have no team right now. It is just me. So I've done that. And then, Derek was doing the camera work. James came in for a while. And Derek is now back to editing for me, but via long distance out of Philly. And so we've got the algorithm down. Now, of course, as soon as you think you have an algorithm down, then they change it on you. The algorithm changes on you. But all you got to do is just learn. That's it. You just got to learn how to work that algorithm. And I'm not saying manipulate it, and I'm not, well, kind of, but I'm not saying, you have to learn it so you understand what it's looking for. And if if it's looking for this blue box, well, you got to just show it where it's at. And once you know how to do that, that makes it easier. But it still takes 2 years no matter what. I travel around the country doing startups. I don't live in Vegas, mostly gas-fired power plants, ethanol and LNG. Okay. I got a nephew who kind of does similar to the same thing. Possibly. He works in petroleum plants and power plants at the same time. So I'm not sure I'm not sure if you guys are in the same field or not, but he's been doing it for about 20 years now. Well, guys, I got to tell you, it's getting late. It's 11:30. And my normal sleep till noon routine has been broken for about the last 2 or 3 weeks, man. I've been like on record get up time. I've been getting up around 9 o'clock. And to a lot of you probably laugh about that. But you remember, guys, I don't usually get to sleep till 6 a.m. when most of you are getting up. So for me, it's a record. It's a major deal for me to be able to get up that early. And that's how I'm transforming my life right now. I'm setting that clock back. That stuff I used to do in those wee hours in the morning, I'm now putting on to other people, letting them handle that for me. And, selling off the assets and the companies here where I'm at in Florida to get that big move made. And then I can get solely onto this 100% and then get back to doing the things I enjoy in life the most. And that's, music, travel, family, all that good stuff. So anyways, man, I'm going to get out of here, you guys. If you guys have anything you want to ask me, if you got any questions, please don't hesitate. I'll do the best to answer those for you. Just let me know. Do DCS programming, electrical background for 40 years. Okay. Nice, Roy. Nice. We're just going to go for Roy from now on. We're going to take the Vegas out of it because maybe I'm assuming your name's Roy. Unless you insist I call you Vegas Roy, and then that's cool. We can do that too, man. I'll be in touch, Aaron, for sure. Hey, guys, as usual, man, stay cool. Please keep watching, subscribe to the channel, or share the videos, like the videos, tell your friends to subscribe to the channel. I've got some really cool stuff coming up. I got some, like I said, electronic stuff coming up. It's not just all solar. It's electronic stuff. It's music stuff. It's business stuff. I haven't even started into the business stuff. And have you guys seen like that TV show called Shark Tank? So I think it's on on Friday nights, or it used to be. It's called Shark Tank. It's like on NBC or CBS or something like that. Well, anyways, if you'd seen Shark Tank, or if you know what I'm talking about, actually, that's something that I came up with, believe it or not. And so I'm going to be doing something similar to that through YouTube in the exact same manner, except I won't have a team of people. I will be that investor. And so somebody out there, if you have a good idea or if you have something, that'll be on one of my YouTube channels. And when this all gets done, I get these other companies sold and I have all my time to do this like I do those companies, you'll get what I'm talking about. So that's why I look forward to meeting a lot of you guys and running into you as I travel the United States. And I get a lot of emails every day from my members and my subs. And I'm hoping that this renewable energy thing that we're all doing, this electric automobiles, electric bikes, electric houses, electric everything, is something that we can all come together on and do something similar to what Bill Gates did with Microsoft back in the day, when a lot of his people worked for him, and they took shares in Microsoft instead of paychecks. And I come from that area, and I was there during that era with Bill Gates and Microsoft in the very beginning. And so I remember that very clearly and very well, and how well we all got paid on that deal. So I'm going to be doing something similar like that with this startup. And anyways, I've said too much. You guys, Mark Cuban is an airhead. Mark Cuban might be an airhead, but Mark Cuban is a billionaire, and he is a brilliant businessman. However, he did make his fortune off of just selling some simple software. So it's so easy to make $1 billion when you really think about it, if you know what you're doing and you have the right market for it. I mean, look at Dr. Dre and I can never, Tommy, his manager. Oh, I can never remember his name, when they sold Beats. So yes, you know, and at the end of the day, you know, if you get a couple of friends together in a garage, you know, there was a gentleman named Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. You know, look what happened to those guys. And I think they're both airheads, but I buy both of their products, and we all do, as a matter of fact, in some way or form or another, either a PC or a Mac, either an Android, Windows phone, or an iPhone. So, yeah, that's the kind of stuff that's coming up that I'm getting involved in. And he also said Trump would never be president. You're right. He did say that. He did say that. But at the end of the day, he is a billionaire, and he's a prominent member of Shark Tank, and he's created wealth for a lot of people. Would I want him to be probably in my prominent circle of friends? I don't know Mark Cuban personally, so I can't say one way or the other, but I can say this, that I know a few billionaires, and a few of those billionaires have wanted to come into business with me over the years, and I've always declined. And I've declined for one reason: they're billionaires. Billionaires, if they don't get their way, if they're not happy, they can usually destroy anybody or any size of a company, or make it hurt so bad that you would wish that you had never done business with them. So I, in general, don't do business with billionaires, but that's just my own personal business philosophy. So Anthony Melly is on. Anthony Melly, how you doing, buddy? That was a terrible mistake. I don't know what that means, Anthony. Indeed, he is. Anthony Melly, indeed he is. I think Anthony might have been commenting about Mark Cuban on Shark Tank. Mr. Romelli, were you talking about Mark Cuban on Shark Tank? Yes. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, man's a billionaire at the end of the day. Whether we like it or we don't like it, he's a billionaire. That's, you know, that's just the way that it is. And so, you know, yeah, he sold some software and he was a billionaire, but it's what he did with the money after he sold the software that's incredible, and kept making money and making money and making money. And that's a true entrepreneur. Oh, it was a mistake that Trump became president. Well, I'm not going to get political on YouTube. I'm not allowed to do that. They don't let me do that stuff here. And I just made 1,000 subs, guys. So I've got to make sure that I don't break any of the you know, the rules or the new morals of YouTube. And I just want to be on YouTube, and I want everything to go smooth here for them. And you know, they do what they do for what they do it for, and you know, I just got to abide by it. We could all use $1 billion. Yeah, we could. Yeah, we could. Congrats. Thanks, Anthony. Appreciate it. Like I said, guys, anyway, anybody got any questions before I bail out of here? I'm keeping myself moving so you don't think it froze up. So yeah, I was playing a little game, as I mentioned earlier, when this thing first started out. We were playing a little game in the house with the family, and the name of the game was Guess How Much Money Is in My Hand, and you could have it. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs, and nobody guessed it right, but everybody still won a prize, which was really cool, I thought. And so did the rest of the family. They thought that was a hoot. And because it was even funnier that when I told them I was coming out in the studio to shoot a video for the first time in a month, my wife, my daughter, and my son-in-law continuously were sending me texts into the studio to see if they got the right amount of money. And I gave them clues, and they were close, but none of them ever once hit it. But one day I'll tell you guys all about it. See, now when we're getting ready to sign off, more people are coming on. You get the 100,000, you will get a cool plaque. Right, Roy? Yeah, I'll get 100,000, I'll get a cool plaque. Well, actually, once I hit 100,000, Roy, I hope I've helped by that time 1 million or more people. And that's kind of my goal here and what I'm trying to do with all my power and stuff and my technology that I'm talking about with the power, and kind of trying to do something that nobody else has done yet. And that still hasn't even been put out yet for anybody. Some of my members here know what that is, and that were there in the very beginning and kind of heard the hints that I had dropped and laid down. And that's all that stuff coming up. But with your background in energy and electricity and tech, I think you are kind of in the same boat that we are. And I think you enjoy the same kind of stuff. Nicto Burner 2019, you're uploading this so I can watch it. I missed it. Yes, this will be uploaded. So I was trying to keep it short, so when it gets uploaded, you know, it's not so bad to watch it. Yes, I'm continuing the Power Box project. That's what this video was about. Tonight I was up giving away free prizes to our members who won our prizes on the earlier videos. There's that Anchor power supply, and then one of our guys got that really nice RAV power system, the big 27,000 milliamp hour RAV power with the built-in inverter. That went out to Joe. NJ Full Wider 5 got this, and another gentleman that was here earlier, the Kill Shot, he might still be here, not sure, he got this. And so this was a 1,000 sub giveaway. This is $150 USB-C iSmart power supply by RAV Power. And no, I do not endorse RAV Power, nor do they pay me, nor does Anchor pay me. These are just free giveaways that I've given to my subs for subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. All the Power Box projects that I've done videos for previously, they will be back on videos coming very soon. I promise they are complete. You will see them in action. You'll see them working. You'll be able to buy them. The website will change, I hope, and I've said this before and I apologize, this week. I'm trying. I made some changes onto it yesterday and today. It's all hidden in the background. I'm about ready to pull the trigger on it so you guys can actually go in there and start buying batteries and solar generators and all of that good stuff and solar panels. Nice to the winners. Yes, they're very thankful. You do the same, Joe. You have a good one too. Vegas Roy, I'll tell you what, I'll do the best I can to help you out, buddy. You do something for me, I'll do something for you. You want a Tesla battery? I'm your guy. I've got one to give away. You know, man, you like, share, and subscribe. That's all you got to do. Comment, you know, be an active member of this community in YouTube. And that's what we do here. You know, we give things away. We help each other out. We help each other grow. I buy the Headway batteries from Headway Corporation, direct. I import them. Any other questions you guys might have tonight? Remember, at 5,000 subs, we're going to be giving away that 1,000-watt portable power generator, and that's going to be an incredible little gift for somebody. One Tesla battery would save so much trouble, right? Right. Are you talking a Tesla battery cell? Or are you talking the Tesla battery module? You Nikon BNR. We're just going to go with Nico 2019. You can buy the batteries directly from me on my website at westthattechguy.com. And I'll put that here for you guys. It's pretty easy. It's the name of the channel. I'll just type this in here in the chat. So it's westthattechguy.com. And that's where you'll go get those batteries. They're not there yet. They're in the back end of the website. We just haven't launched them yet. But yeah, I've got the 38120s, the 38120Ss in both the blue and the red. So the 10 amp hour, the 8 amp hour. I've ordered some more of those. I got the bigger ones, the I think it's the 42 120, can't remember the number, with the 15 amp hours. And I've got some other cells coming, some 12-volt cells coming. And so for some people that want them in their RVs and that sort of a thing. And we've got a couple of other little tricks up our sleeve that I've been working on. Some actual battery packs that you can buy that'll be similar to the car battery, that sort of a thing. Module, Vegas Roy module. Yeah, I would love to give one of those away, bud. I think maybe when we get a little higher up on the subscriber chain, you know, when we're talking in the 100,000 mark, then maybe we'll be talking about giving away a Tesla module. But I do have a few of those laying around right now, both the Model S and the Smart for 2. And I have a shipment of Tesla Model S, the Tesla Model S modules coming in very soon as well. But those will also be on the website. So you're more than welcome to go to the website, check those out. And I will be doing some contests for those nonetheless. Can you charge them when it is really cold? Can you charge the batteries when it is really cold? Yes, you can charge the batteries when it's really cold. You wouldn't want to get the batteries really cold because I don't know what really cold means. Lithium doesn't like really cold, or really hot. So that's a problem with lithium batteries. But you can do things to keep them at the right temperature to charge them at any temperature, wherever you're at. Siberia in the middle of winter or the Antarctic, it doesn't matter. Oh, NJ module also, yeah. Already on your website. Need to heat them below 32 degrees. Yeah. Cold cranking amps. Yeah, one of the Tesla modules has some serious cold cranking amps, if that's what you want to say. I'll start on fire or something when it's really cold and you charge them. Well, the Tesla batteries are liquid and they're liquid heated and they're liquid cooled. So yes, that kind of stuff can happen. Yes, you can't charge them when they're frozen and that sort of a thing. And that goes with having your education with lithium batteries. You're going to want one if you're going to be playing with lithium cobalt or whatnot, or lithium iron phosphate. You need to understand the chemistry. So if if you have any concerns or risks, or you're concerned about the risk of lithium iron phosphate or lithium cobalt or LiPo, educate, and then test, educate some more, and then get into lithium. Lithium is a great source of energy. If used in the right manner, it's incredible. If used in the wrong manner, not good. I've never experienced that problem with lithium batteries being too hot or too cold to start or to use. I'm using a lithium battery right now. Right there, Samsung 25R, 18650. In my vape. Sell them every day. LifePO4 lithium iron phosphate, same thing, is the most safest lithium chemistry for the most part in the short form. It's not going to catch on fire. It's not going to explode. They can pop, but they're not going to spray you with magma at 5,000 degrees. And lithium iron phosphate is, in fact, much safer than LiPo or lithium, just standard lithium iron batteries, lithium ion batteries, all the way around, period, but they are heavier. LG HB2 is a good battery, not a bad battery, but Joe, I don't know if the LG HB2 is the proper battery to use in your mod. I don't think, well, at least not in my mod. I don't remember, but I think the LG HB2 is not a high amperage battery if memory serves. I could be wrong on that, but is it a 30 amp? I know that one of the LG HB or H model batteries are 5 amps, and that was why I mentioned that. And I don't use the LG batteries. Yes, my headway batteries are lithium iron phosphate, yes. And they're extremely powerful, extremely powerful. So you're talking 100 amp continuous discharge with 150 amp surge discharge on the blue ones, on the 38 120s, and on the red ones you're talking 200 amp continuous discharge. Can you charge them when they're frozen? No, you can't charge them when they're, well, you got to get them to 32 degrees or better. NJ, I'll have them on the website this week. You'll be able to see them. And you could charge them, but you would want to know what you were doing when you were charging them when they were frozen, like warming them up first. And that also can be done by charging them. No problems. That's what I asked. If you had any questions, I'm not upset by any means. Thank you for asking the question. It's a valid question. And for the record, I live in Florida, so I don't get a chance to deal with them frozen. So, but I also am going to the Northwest where there'll be a lot colder weather, freezing weather here pretty soon. But still won't have any issues with that nonetheless. Put stick on electric heaters and a thermostat on them. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, a lot of ways to get them up to temperature. Back in the day, I used them and in cold weather and never had a problem with them. And that was in the Northwest at below zero. You're in North Canada. Good question then if you're in North Canada. Gee, I'm sorry. I like that. All right, guys. Well, we're pushing close to midnight here. I appreciate all you guys jumping in. And once again, I want to say thank you to all you guys who helped me get to the 1,000 sub mark. And we're still climbing. We're pulling in subs every day. This number is going to double in no time. And be looking forward to those videos that are coming out on those generators that are built and the other videos that are coming out. And then you're going to, like I said, you're going to start seeing a transformation of everything here, the videos, the type of videos we're doing, how we're doing them. We're going to get into a little more professional part of them. You're going to enjoy watching them a little better. They're not going to be so stale and dry. And that should be coming up here really soon. Yeah, man, is it that cold right now outside up there in Canada? Negative 25 Celsius? Roy, hey, I appreciate you coming. Thanks, man. Check us again next time. Somebody's freezing up in Canada if it's 25 negative Celsius outside. I don't even know how cold that is in Fahrenheit, like we have in the U.S., but I know that's cold, like real cold. Type in here really quick. Guys, I'm out. Peace. We'll see you on the next one. You guys enjoy.